Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark,
And I'm Rob.
and today we're going to talk about whether or not everybody is sleeping on TCU, Sedona Prince, and Hailey Van Lith. So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. So, Rob, I believe in the preseason, TCU wasn't even ranked. Now, they just 2 games ago, they beat Notre Dame, and they were down by actually 14 with 13 minutes left, and Notre Dame kind of fell apart in the fourth quarter. And then they won again, so they're 8-0. And Rob, they were ranked 17th, and I think they're going to go way up because first of all, we know that Notre Dame lost twice now, so Notre Dame should be lower than them. And Notre Dame was what, third, so
Yeah,
they
were
should
third.
be pretty
Yeah,
high. So we're pretty high.
This team TCU. I mean, this women's college basketball, Mark, is can only go up. I mean, it's really amazing, which is great for women's basketball. But this team TCU is a team to not sleep on. They have a nice squad, good guard. Prince is a standout player. She should definitely. I mean, she should sneak in there. She's a sleeper player. That people,
Sleeper. I looked at the ESPN's top 25 list preseason. It was written October 31st. Her, Hailey Van Lith, and Lucy Olson from Iowa, who got some All-American votes last year. None of them were in the top 25.
It seems like ESPN sleeper. We do more research than ESPN, and we find these players that I don't know who does their ranking with these players. They seem like they're just very lazy. They're very lazy.
I'm confused, Rob, because Lucy Olson had a good year last year, and right. Hailey Van Lith had an off year with LSU because she didn't fit, but she's a known talent, and she's showing it this year. We'll get to her in a minute. But Sedona Prince last year, Rob, she had big numbers. I don't know why she's not in the top 25. Last year, she was averaging 19.7 points, 9.7 rebounds, and she also had 2.9 blocks and shot 55% from the field. And she's not in the top 25, and she's 6'7". I don't understand that. Now we'll get to what she's doing this year. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. She's 6'7", Mark. She has post moves. She plays defense. She has blocks. She has a nice mid-range game. And she's very. I mean, I saw one play. If you go with some replays of her for games, especially the last game she played, she got the ball in the post, and not just usually when a woman gets the ball in the post, she kind of just catch it softly. She caught the ball, slammed it hard in her hand, and went up strong for a basket. I was like, okay, that's real good. That's what you do.
I watched the whole Notre Dame game, and I saw the highlights against North Carolina State, and this woman has everything you need in a big post-up player. And I don't know if she's better than Laura Betts or not, but she seems to be comparable to her. And in fact, she actually has better numbers this year. I'll talk about her numbers right now, Rob. In 8 games, she's averaged 20.1 points, 11.4 rebounds, 2 assists, 4.3 blocks, and only 1.8 turnovers. And she shoots 63.8% from the field. Oh my God. How come people aren't talking about it, Rob?
Yeah, I don't get it either, Mark. I don't know how they're not mentioning her, but maybe we should mention it. Maybe the Fever can pick up if the Fever get her, sneak her in there, because she's not even considered the Fever having an 8th round pick. She's not even supposedly the top 25 player. I'd pick her right away. If not the second, if not the first, definitely the second.
She's not going 25th in the draft, Rob. She's 24 years old, by the way. She had an injury early in her career, and she redshirted, and she transferred, and they made her sit out a year before the rules changed. She's a graduate student right now. But she's a nice, mature player that someone's going to take in the top 10 easily. I hope she falls to the Fever, Rob. That'd be a huge pickup.
That's what I'm saying. Yes, ESPN, keep downloading her. Yeah, She's not even a top 25 player. No.
I'd like to see her go against Laura Betts because they're the same size.
Yeah. The Fever coach is looking at and be like us going, looking at the film going, we got this player here. She'd be fitting nice.
Right. Now, Hailey Van Lith has been famous since she was around 14 or 15. She was one of the top players in the country, and she played on the under 16 teams and under 19 teams, and she was a big-time player and was playing really well 2 years ago, and then she transferred to LSU, and it just didn't fit, and now she's at TCU, and she's 23 years old. And, Rob, she's averaging 19.9 points, but she was always a good scorer, especially her mid-range game. But now she's learned to be a really good passer. She's got 7.1 assists, and her turnovers are only 1.9. Unbelievable, Rob.
Right.
Let me figure that out, because that's an unbelievable assist to turnover ratio.
Yeah,
she may be the best point guard in terms of that, for sure. I mean, she has to be, Rob, because everyone always gives credit to Paige for being efficient, have fewer turnovers. That's 3.7 assist to turnover ratio. Now, it's only 8 games into the season, but still, and she's shooting 44%. Her three-point shot is not her strong suit, but 44% from the field. But she's really leading them along with Sedona. And, Rob, that team's going to be dangerous. And you know what else they have, Rob? They have a bunch of three-point shooters shooting over 40%. They have 4 players shooting over 40%. Wow. Right.
Well, like I said, they play defense. If you watch the games, they play defense. The offense flows. I mean, they have a good depth. And this great passes. She penetrates, and then Prince floats. She with the pick and roll. She knows how to do the pick and roll, which is be awesome for the Fever. Pick and rolls with Caitlin Clark. Oh my gosh, I can't even. Well, I can't even imagine those two together.
If you're defending this team, Rob, you've got a point guard now who actually likes to drive to the basket, Hailey Van Lith. That's how she got the comeback against Notre Dame. She kept driving to the basket, and they couldn't stop her. And you've got a big-time center who has to be double-teamed at times, and then they got all these three-point shooters. So, and Hailey Van Lith could either go in there and she could dish it out, or she could give it to Sedona, and Sedona could pass it out to the three-point shooters. I think they're a dangerous team come tournament time, Rob.
Well, those two games, Mark, I was watching, they were just covering her single coverage, and they were switching people on her, and she's just – no one could guard, not single coverage. You have to double her, because she gets that ball in the post. She has post moves, a drop step, a turnaround shot, a drive to the basket. She's very strong to the basket. You can't guard her one-on-one.
And they have another third good player who shoots 45% for threes, Madison Connor. She's averaging almost 16 points a game. And so in 4.3 assists, Rob, they have 3 really good players. I think people are sleeping on them. I can't wait to see what they get ranked. This is Sunday, by the way. Sunday morning, we're actually taping this Sunday morning, and the rankings come out about Monday around 1 o'clock. So I'm very curious to see what they're ranked and how they progress throughout the year. So I think this is a team that you can't sleep on. They have all the makings of a dangerous team, in my opinion.
Yep, that's that team the one that everybody worries about. You think, usually with college basketball, you always have that team during the Sweet 16. This team is going to be, I think they'll be right in there, right in the mix.
And I can't wait to see who makes All-American this year, so I can go back and look at ESPN's top 25. Because that's going to be the top 10 or 15 players. It will be an 18.
Maybe they got this little wheel they spin, and they're just like, okay, this person here is, I don't know.
I have no idea. And they have Juju ahead of Paige in the rankings, and I'm saying, why? No. I go, she may be better than her by the end of the year, but if you look at last season, Paige was better than Juju. Paige was the second best player in the country. Juju was like third or fourth, depending on whether you thought she was better than Cameron Brink. And so why, when the season starts, you don't have Paige ahead of Juju? We'll see. We'll see what happens. But hopefully, I think Paige is going to win Player of the Year, and Juju is going to be second. That's my
hopefully she won't get caught up, because she's already signed into a State Farm commercial. Hopefully she's not going to get into it's good, but she should be focusing on basketball.
You know who else got to concentrate on basketball? ESPN, because they don't know anything about basketball.
This is true, Mark. It's perfect. Yeah,
anything about women's basketball, they don't. They keep underrating Caitlin Clark, overrating Angel Reese, overrating Juju Watkins. And, again, Juju Watkins, great player, maybe the best player of all time for all I know, as it turns out. She may be 3-time player of the year. She could turn things around right now, but we'll see. We'll see. Right now, it's TCU is dangerous. That's all I want to say. So anyways, listen to what you think about TCU and their top players and how they might do in the future, and what you think about the top 25 rankings. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do, so you get notified of our next video. And if you like this video, hit the like button and join us for our live show. That's tomorrow night. It's Monday, except for major holidays. Rob and I will both be there tomorrow, 6 to 8 Eastern time. And if you want to donate to this channel, there's super chats and super thanks down below, and there's a link to PayPal. We'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.